Hey guys, it's the Real China Sister. I'm back with another video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below. So I wanted to do a little story time actually today. Can we talk about the fact that I locked myself out of my place like 2 weeks ago? I wanted to talk about it before, but I just never got a chance to like really, do a video on it. So now I'm gonna talk about it now. So basically, it's not crazy or anything. I was coming back from the supermarket. Mind you, I had butter. Like, I had a bunch of stuff with me, but the stuff of main concern would be like, I had butter and some other stuff that melts. I didn't even notice that my key was missing because I have a few set of keys to get to where I live. So like, I was on the phone with my mom talking to her, and I like had the key that lets me in the building. And I got in, I'm still on FaceTime with her. I get to my floor and I notice I'm missing one of my keys. So I'm like, wait, Mom, hold on, let me call you back. And I look and I'm like, holy fuck, one of my keys is missing. One of the keys to the lock. So I'm looking at my grocery bags like, okay, maybe it fell in the grocery bag. Then I check my pockets. I don't have the fucking key. And this is a Sunday. This is Sunday. No one's really around like maintenance or anybody to help me. So I looked at my email. Well, I FaceTimed my mom back and I told her that I couldn't find my key or whatever. So I told her to give me like 2 seconds. Also, my phone was on like 5% or some shit. Like, I was on like, I think 10%. I was on like 10%. So I emailed the people that like work in the building or whatever, like saying, hey, my key is missing. Anybody around to like open my door for me, and nobody was getting back to me. Then I remembered the key that opens the door downstairs, it has the locksmith number on the back of it. So I'm like, OMG, I'm smart. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm smart as fuck. So I called the number. They're fucking closed on Sunday. They're fucking closed. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I called my mom. So I called my mom back and I told her I'm trying to look for my key. Like, don't text my phone or anything like that because I don't want my phone to die. And I told her I would call her back when I had a solution. So then I thought about it and I'm like, that lady downstairs is awfully close with one of the maintenance guys. So let me go knock on her door and see if she has his number or something. So I went downstairs. I asked the lady, I knocked on her door. I asked her if she had the maintenance guy number, and of course she did because he's always the fuck down there. So she gave me his number and I called the number and a woman picked up the phone and I'm like, hi, I'm looking for Angel. And she's like, who is this? I'm like, my name is, I live in building so-and-so. I'm like, who's this? And she's like, oh, this is his wife. You know, we're away right now on vacation. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you guys. I just really need to get into my apartment because I have butter that's melting. So then she said that she had a number for someone that actually works in the building. So she'd give them a call and then give me a call back. So I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. The lady downstairs let me keep the guy's number just in case of another emergency. So 6 minutes go by, I want to say, and that lady still hadn't called me back. So I called the wife again. And I'm like, hey, did you hear back from that person? She was like, yeah, unfortunately, she's at her son's soccer game right now, so she can't come over.
Bitches. Fucking bitches. Both of them.
So I'm like, all right, thanks for letting me know. So then I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. My phone is dying. So I'm like, you know what? Let me call a locksmith. Y'all, this is literally my first time dealing with something like this, so don't make fun of me too much. So I looked up locksmith like on my Google Safari and I saw something that said emergency locksmith. It said emergency locksmith like in my area. So I called them and I said, hey, I'm locked out of my apartment at so-and-so. Are you guys able to come over here? So they asked for my address, they asked for my information, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna give you a call back when someone is able to come out to you. So I called my mom and I'm like, hey Mom, a locksmith is gonna come. There's nobody around from my building to help me. So I called the emergency locksmith. And she said to me like, okay, that's good. Do you have money like to give them? And I'm like, for what? And she's like, to open your door. I'm like, no. I told her that it wasn't a regular locksmith. It was an emergency locksmith. And she's like, yeah, but you still have to pay them. Honestly, guys, I thought I thought emergency locksmith was like when you call 911 and it's an emergency because you don't have to call 911 when they come. And the ambulance, I didn't really think you have to pay the ambulance either if you call them when they come. This is my first time dealing with something like that. I saw the word emergency and I just thought these were people with locks that unlock every door and they will come to you and open your door if it's an emergency. And it was an emergency. I couldn't get in. So she was like, no, you have to actually pay them. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll ask them when they call back. So they called me back and they told me someone could be there. I'm like, what? They said 45 minutes and my phone was on like freaking 3%. So they said someone could come out to me. So I said, okay, I'll be here waiting for 45 minutes. Phone on 3%. I called my mom back for a split second just to tell her, hey, my phone is about to die. They are on their way. I'm going to sit like outside in the front so that they can see me because they can't call me. So like hopefully they'll have sense enough to at least come up to the door and see me. So my mom said, okay. I waited outside for a few minutes. My phone died after like me sitting there for like 2 minutes. The guy pulled up and I was so happy when I saw his truck and saw he was a locksmith person because I'm like, finally, like they're here and my life can like come back together. So when he first got here, like it was hard for him to open the door and then he like did some little trick and the door opened. I was just happy it was all over, honestly. The real world is just very different. You know, it's just when you start adulting and truly start doing things on your own, you find out like the world you thought you once knew around you is very different from what's actually going on outside. And that's what's been going on with me for like the past year or two. Yeah. The world around me is changing. Don't think I'm an airhead or nothing like that. I'm not. I've just never really had to deal with too much before. And now it's like all this adult shit is happening. It's like, what the hell is going on? So it's something to get used to. But yeah, anybody that doesn't know, when you have a locksmith come to your house, like you have to actually pay for it and stuff. But yeah, that's my little story time. Nothing crazy. I just got locked out and hopefully it doesn't happen again to me. If you guys want more story times or whatever, let me know in the comments below. I haven't done a story time in a long time, so there you go. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below. Try not to be too rude to me about the whole locksmith thing. That was tragic for me. I'm not even gonna hold you, but comment below, tell me what you guys think. Comment below and tell me what story times you guys would like to hear. As you can see, I gave you guys like a new background today, not my bed. It's actually one of my couches, so you're welcome. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. See you guys soon.